This is a buttonhole foot for the FAF TEM 22. These are the dials that you're going to want to pay attention to. And this is your cheat sheet. Let's get started. So you have the buttonhole that you have thread traced on your shirt. And you can use pins to mark the beginning and the end of the buttonhole just in case your thread is going to be hard for you to see or it is not really in place anymore. We can use the pins to make sure we have the correct measured amount. You're going to get that top pin lined up with the very beginning of the buttonhole foot. The point of a buttonhole foot is that you can see where you're sewing. So it's got that nice big space right in the middle of it. Once I have my needle lined up, I'm going to remove that first pin. I'm going to turn my dial to A1, and the stitch length is set at the buttonhole. It's going to do a line of little tiny zigzag stitches, the length of your buttonhole. And when you get to where the end of your buttonhole is, or your pin, you can go ahead and remove that pin. Now they're going to move the dial to A2/4, meaning step 2. And it's going to do a back and forth stitch. Now we've moved to A3, step 3. We're doing that tiny zigzag the other side of your buttonhole, traveling back to the top. Then we're going to switch to A4/2, step 4. In the 5th step, you move to C, and it's going to do a straight stitch pretty much in place because you are on a very small stitch length, and that will be your knot. Then you're going to remove your buttonhole, cut away any of those threads on both sides, and now you're ready to slice open your buttonhole. We put a pin at the end of the buttonhole so that when you're using your seam ripper, you can't go past it and keep cutting into your shirt fabric. It happens. And so slide that seam ripper up, much like when you are opening up your zipper. You'll have to press against that pin to get that final bit. And there you have it, a buttonhole. Trim any of those threads. So now to review. The first step is A1, then we move to A4/2, then we move to A3, then we go back to A4/2, and we finish on C.